Welcome to the Gateway24 My Accounting Data tutorial. As described in the overview, if you select My Accounting, you will see here you have accounting causes, sales VAT, VAT classifications and accounts tables. This is the master data that reflects the transactions and data setup within your Sage system. iinvoice.it will automatically sync with your gateway system and import the relevant account codes and transaction types required to process any invoices or payments generated. The data that you see here is automatically created when you install the gateway system for the first time, and is based on the standard default Sage settings. So for example, when you first create Sage, the standard general ledger accounts are what you see here, with the exception of the ones where I have defined them as Alex Software Limited. The business section within each of these settings defines whether or not it's a global setting, i.e. is applicable to all clients, or if it's client specific, as you can see here in this test account. Now, as I said, you can create them manually, so if there's only one or two differences, you can simply select New, My Accounting and Account, define the account type. Is it a standard general ledger account or is it a master account for sales or suppliers? Enter the code, a description, and you can define whether you want it to be a global account or if you want it to be client specific, and then you simply save and close. And now if I do a search, quick search for that account, we can see here that the general ledger account has been created. If you have lots of changes that you need to make to your general ledger accounts and your Sage system is set up completely different from standard, then you may want to use the import facility. From Sage, if you select Sage Additions and Gateway24, then select Export Standard Chart of Accounts. Select the company you wish to export the data from, and it will automatically export all the information. It will create a CSV file and save it to a standard menu path, which is in Documents and Settings, Users, Application Data, Sage Accounts, Gateway24. If we return to Gateway and we select Import Accounts, import accounts from CSV, select a file. Again, we can see here the menu path, Sage Accounts Gateway24 Import, and we can see here Import Standard Chart of Accounts, which I just created. Select Open, and we can see here in the import utility an overview of what is available for import. So basically all the ledger accounts from the Alex company can be imported. We can define whether or not we want these to be global accounts or whether again we want them to be specific to a company within the Gateway24 system. If you want to overwrite existing files, so you may already have 0010 for example set up as something different than other than freehold property, and you want to override it, then you would just select overwrite existing data to import it. Select your import and all the files will automatically be imported and created within the Gateway24 system. This process can be repeated for sales VAT, As you can see, we can create them manually. New, my accounting, backcodes. It can be repeated for classifications or accounting causes. You also have the import facility available to import each of the settings as well. And within Sage, our export utility will allow you to export all the data to. Within the accounting causes, these codes reflect transaction codes within Sage and probably should never need to be changed unless Sage add in or you've added in any new transaction types. These should cover all the transaction types possible within the system. This information held within each of these sections can now be applied to both your general configuration and from there it can also be applied to your account management system parameters. And that concludes the tutorial.